game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
52. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
5.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off play action, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And the Raven first down.
Let's go. Continue running. Continue running. Go, go. Switch, switch, switch.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps him. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 83 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
57
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
52. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Hurry. Defense.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
He's coming, double up.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Tannehill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Corey Davis, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Titans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And all the way down to the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Slant. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Get it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
A first down and then some. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
15, 1, 15 line. First down. Protein, skill. Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
49, check 49, check 49. Check, 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 check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. It's Stevenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get time. Let's go.
With the score, Ravens 34, Titans 7.
Here we go. Get set. 18 Gator. You're out. Danny.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get it.
Now they try the right side here. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Tannehill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. He's going deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tannehill on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Switch it.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 48, Titans 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.